Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you are new and you like budgeting and shop with me videos, make sure you subscribe and turn your post notification for the next video. Hey everyone, thank y'all so much for clicking on this video. This is the weekly check-in, so you know what that means. It's the monthly closeout. It's probably already March for you guys right now, but this is the very last weekly check-in. We will be doing from the 23rd to the 28th. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so starting on payday on the 23rd, I did have a transaction. It was for gas. So I spent $40. And this was at a gas station called Shell. The next one was for spending. So your girl needed an SD card for her phone, and I went to Walmart and got one and spent $7.93. So I'm not going to forget my sinking funds this time. So I did have 3 sinking funds transactions this day. All right, so all 3 of these transactions was at Walmart. The first one was on my boyfriend Jonathan, so it came out of his envelope. And I spent money on an SD card for his phone as well. And it was $37.10. Yes, it was way more than mine was. He had I think mine was 64 gigs. And his was 200 and something. I don't know what he does with all that space on his phone. I didn't need all that space. And he wanted it, so I decided to get it for him. So that's why his SD card costs way more than mine. The next transaction was on me, and I got me some nails that I will be wearing on my next cash stuffing, and that was just $6.54. And then the last transaction at Walmart was on a fish tank that me and my boyfriend got together. So the total was $342. So half of that was $171, but I ended up taking back some gravel that we got for the fish tank and deducted it from my half actually. So I spent $156. All right, so that was it on the 23rd. The 24th, I had 1 sinking funds transaction. I didn't have any cash envelope transactions this day. So this sinking funds transaction was out of my household category. I just got myself some detergent and spent $5.89 on that. And that was at Dollar General, and that was the only transaction that day. The next transaction was on the 26th, and that was for gas. So this one was out of town when I got this gas, and this was a $50 transaction at a gas station called One Stop. And then I had 3 spending transactions. The first one was at Dollar General. I got myself a few office supplies. I'm not entirely sure exactly what I bought, but I did spend $3.96. Then I went to Food Lion. I didn't go there specifically for this. I think I went and got some grocery or something like that. I just wanted some wine, and I don't really know my wines like that, so I just went to what I know. It was like a wine cooler. So that's what I got. And I spent $9.67 on that. Actually, it's $9.62. I put FL for Food Lion. And then the last transaction that day was at a pet store. We got some fish, a lot of fish. We got 10 fish. Our new addition. New. Ew. We spent a total, well, we got fish, we got some fish food, and we got this algae cleaner. All that total to be $110. So we went half on it, and my half was $55. And the name of the pet store was called Carol's Pets. And then I had 3 sinking funds transactions. I think I can squeeze them all on there. The first one was at a beauty supply store. I spent $117.69 on some bundles. And that was at a beauty supply store called For You Beauty, but I'm just going to put beauty. Next, I went to Dollar General. I got some more press-on nails, so I'm set for the month of March and April right now, y'all. I spent $6.74 on that, and that was at Dollar General. And then also at Dollar General, I got a few notebooks, and that was $2.14. And that is it for the 26th. Next, on the 27th, I had 3 sinking funds transactions and no cash envelopes transactions. The first one was from my YouTube envelope. I ordered a tracker book off of Etsy and spent $19. Next one also came out of my YouTube envelope. I went on Amazon and ordered a binder and spent $9.25. So I ordered a tracker book on Etsy and I got the tracker binder from Amazon. You guys should see that binder on my second cash stuffing of March. And then the very last Sinky Funds transaction was also from Amazon. Out of my son Kobe's envelope, he wanted some toys from Amazon and he spent $51.14, you guys. Oh my god. That definitely came out of his Christmas and birthday fund. So the very last day of February, I did have another gas transaction. I spent $50 and this was at a BP. And I also did some spending. So this one is technically a grocery transaction. I don't have a grocery envelope, so this came out of my spending envelope and I spent $21.20 on some grocery and this was at Walmart. And then with my sinking funds, I did have two transactions. The first one was a YouTube transaction and this was just some supplies from Hobby Lobby. I got some tape and some whiteout and I spent $11.03. And then the very last transaction of the month was out of my category. I spent $12.52 at Hobby Lobby on some shirts. And that was it for this month, you guys. I managed to squeeze in one no spend day. Not much, but I got it in, you guys. I got it in there. I was trying to aim, like I said last week. I mean, not last week, but like on my last video that I was trying to aim to spend all, like have all my transactions on one day. That way I can have so many no spend days. But you'll see how this week planned out. Look, just look. Very colorful, but it's very expected because this is tax season and all of that jazz. So let's go ahead and go to the weekly check-in. Alright, you guys, so this is the weekly check-in sheet where we check and see if we're still in budget for my cash envelopes. So let's add up all of my spending. So spending this week we had 8, 5, 4, 10. So I spent a total of $99 on spending. Is that right? Oh my goodness, that is so right. Oh my god, I went over, y'all. So as y'all can see, I had $20 in my envelope. Spent $99, so I definitely don't have anything in my envelope. As y'all can see, that is correct. So now we're gonna move on to gas. So gas, I spent a total of $140. I put in $50, so I definitely don't have anything in there. It's also correct. Next is takeout. So I didn't have any transactions with takeout. I have 15 in it. Wait, something ain't right, because I actually used the takeout. Okay, you guys, so I need to go back because I actually spent that money. I know I spent that money for sure because my envelope is empty. And I know I spent that $15. I just don't know why I didn't put it in my transaction. I can't remember exactly how much I spent, but it's supposed to be empty. And it is empty, so that is correct. It's supposed to be empty, but I got to change how much my spent part on. So with fun and gifts, I didn't see, I did that wrong too. Oh my god. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna have to definitely go back to my calendar, but I did spend $41 with my takeout. And then with fun, I had $110. I didn't spend anything, so I still have $110 right here. We're just going to open it and check to confirm. So I do still have $110 in there. And then with gifts, I didn't have anything in my envelope, but I did spend $5 because when we went out to eat here, I tipped the waitress $5. So my envelope should definitely be empty, which is also correct. Alright, so moving on to my remaining, we're going to see how well we did this month. So I had $20 remaining for spending. I spent $99. So I'm negative $79. Alright, I have $50 for gas. I spent $140. So I went over $90. Takeout, I had $15 left and I spent $41. So I'm negative 26. Oh god, y'all. I was doing so good and I did horrible at the end. Then with fun, I had $100 remaining. Didn't spend anything, so I still have $100. Then with gifts, I have $50 and I spent $5. So So I have $45. All right, so now we're on our monthly budget sheets for February. So this is my income at the top. So my boyfriend Jonathan, I estimated $800 this month, and he actually brought in $903. So this is me. I estimated to bring in $1,520. I did not. If I knew I was getting my tax check this month, cause I normally get it in March, I would have budgeted a lot more than that. So that's why this amount is so much. It's $4,354 is what I brought in this month. And then I had extra income. I got a gift from my grandmother, and she gave my kids $20. So y'all probably can see the total, but it's way more than what I estimated. Then we have our variable expenses, which we're about to calculate for our cash envelopes. But I do have two of my bills that vary month to month. My light bill, I estimated to be $250. It was actually $341. So I was $91 over on that, or $91 under. I budgeted $20 for the water bill, and it was actually $22, so I went over $2. So yeah, I budgeted $940 for my variable expenses. So let's go ahead and put what it actually was. So yeah, I did pretty bad this month. I mean, it could be worse, but we're gonna move on to fixed expenses, which is, my bills that never change. There was $1,163 altogether. Then with my savings, I only have $181 that I saved this month. All right, so we're gonna move on to the very last part of this video, which is making sure all my sinking funds are up to date and that they are what they supposed to be. Yeah, so we're gonna start with household. So household shouldn't have anything in it, and it does have something in it. It has $2 in it, so that is definitely off. I told you guys that I want to make sure 1 month I have all my envelopes the same, or what they're supposed to be. Well, unfortunately, it won't be this month. So I'm just gonna put an X on that one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go down to my envelope. So I'm supposed to have $40 in mine, and as you can see, I don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and put an X on that one. I actually have 60 in there. Cody is supposed to have $89, and as you can see, again, incorrect. Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna count it because I know it's wrong. Mason is supposed to have $97, so let's count that. So I have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97. So his is correct. Alright, so Jonathan is supposed to have nothing in his, which looks to be correct, which it is. YouTube is supposed to have 113. 100, 110, 11, 12, 13. So that is correct. It's supposed to have $55. 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is correct for that one. Most of the time, my sinking funds number 1 is the one that I don't know why it's off, but it is. So let's move on to my other binder. All right, so the car, I suppose I have 116. I have trackers for these envelopes, but I didn't feel like grabbing them, so I wanted to count them with you guys anyway. So yeah, so it's 100, 120, and 125. So car is wrong. Not sure how that happened either. These numbers be like off all the time. I'm really not sure why yet. So vacation should have 187, 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 87. So that's 187, which is correct. If you made it this far in this video, thank y'all so much. Like, I appreciate you guys so much for watching my videos to this point. Like, I make these videos mainly for myself to, look back on my journey as I grow. But it's really awesome for you guys to be here right now. Like, thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate you guys more. So emergency is supposed to have $30, which looks to be right. Which it is. It just has 30. Birthdays is empty, which is right. Furniture has $15. I think it is. 5, 10, yep, 15. Furniture has supposed to be empty, and it's not. So I know this here came from a refund on the fish tank items. I returned some gravel because we got way too much gravel for our fish tank. That's what this money comes from. So it actually would have been empty if not for that $15 that I had to put back in there. So surgery is supposed to have 175, 100, 150, 170, 175. School is empty. That's correct. Debt supposed to have $3. And it does. Valentine's Day should be empty, which it is. Easter is supposed to have $29. 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So that is right. So I told you guys my low priority sinking funds number 2 is like on point. So Mother's Day is supposed to have $10, which is right. That's all that's in there. And also Father's Day should have 10. You guys probably can't tell, but it does have $10 in there. The 4th of July is empty. That's right. Halloween supposed to have $5, which it does. All right, and Christmas is supposed to have $20, which it does. I know y'all see all this real money. I'm like, you like, girl, I thought you used prop money. But see, what had happened was I let my boyfriend borrow some money, and when he paid me back, he gave me cash. So I had to put that cash somewhere, and I just spread it throughout my binders until I'm able to deposit it back in the bank for now. All right, so that was Christmas, which was correct. And the New Year's is the only one that's not checked. That's because I don't have a New Year's envelope yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that because I don't have it. All right, you guys, that wraps up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And if you are wondering, I did add in those 2 transactions I did miss earlier, the takeout and the gift one. I did add it back to the calendar. So yeah, this is a very, very colorful month. We're going to get it together. We are definitely going to do better in March. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And make sure you check out tomorrow's cash stuffing video. Bye, guys.